Success begins with one powerful decision. Success begins long before the applause, long before the awards, and long before the world notices your achievements. It begins with one powerful decision. There comes a moment in every person's life when they stand at a crossroads. One path leads to comfort, excuses, and staying exactly where they are. The other path leads to growth, uncertainty, and the possibility of becoming someone greater than they ever imagined. The difference between these two paths is not luck, talent, or background. The difference is a single decision. The decision to believe that your future can be different from your past. The decision to stop allowing fear to control your choices. The decision to rise every time life knocks you down. That one choice may seem small in the moment, but it has the power to change everything. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect opportunity. They tell themselves they will begin when they have more money, more confidence, more knowledge, or more support. The truth is that perfect moments rarely exist. Success does not belong to those who wait. Success belongs to those who decide. Every successful person has experienced moments of doubt, disappointment, and uncertainty. What made them different was not that they had fewer problems. What made them different was that they refused to let those problems make their decisions for them. Instead, they chose courage over comfort and hope over fear. Think about your own life. Every day you make decisions whether you realize it or not. You decide how to spend your time. You decide what thoughts you allow to stay in your mind. You decide whether to give up after failure or to try again. These daily decisions may seem ordinary, but together they create the direction of your future. Small choices, repeated consistently, become powerful habits. Powerful habits create lasting success. That is why one decision made today can begin a journey that completely transforms your life tomorrow. There will always be people who doubt your dreams. Some may tell you that your goals are impossible. Others may remind you of your past mistakes. Never allow someone else's limited vision to define your unlimited potential. The most important voice you will ever hear is the one inside your own heart. If you decide to believe in yourself, even when no one else does, you have already taken the first step toward success. Confidence is not something you wait to feel. Confidence grows every time you choose action instead of fear. Remember that every great achievement started with someone making a simple but powerful decision. They decided not to quit. They decided not to let failure become the end of their story. They decided that their dreams were worth fighting for no matter how difficult the journey became. That same power exists inside you today. You do not need to have all the answers before you begin. You only need the courage to take the first step. Once you make that decision, your mind starts searching for possibilities instead of excuses, and your life begins moving in a completely different direction. So if you have been waiting for a sign, let this be the moment you stop waiting and start deciding. Decide that your future is more important than your fears. Decide that your mistakes will become lessons instead of limitations. Decide that every challenge will make you stronger instead of making you quit. The road to success is not built in a single day, but it always begins with a single choice. One powerful decision made with faith, determination, and commitment can open doors you never imagined and lead you to a life far greater than the one you once believed was possible. Today can become the turning point in your story. Stop waiting for someone else to recognize your value before you recognize it yourself. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity because the opportunity often appears only after you begin. Trust that your dreams were placed in your heart for a reason. Believe that your future is worth fighting for, even if no one else understands it yet. The permission you have been waiting for has always been yours to give. The moment you choose yourself, your potential, your purpose, and your future is the moment you begin creating a life that reflects who you truly are and what you are capable of becoming. One of the greatest obstacles standing between people and the life they dream about is waiting for someone else to give them permission. Many people spend years believing that they need approval before they can chase their goals. They wait for someone to tell them they are talented enough, smart enough, experienced enough, or worthy enough. They believe that one day someone will come into their lives and open every door for them. The truth is that the most important permission you will ever receive is the permission you give yourself. The moment you stop waiting for validation from others and start believing in your own potential is the moment your life begins to change. Every dream begins as an idea inside your heart. At first, no one else can see it. Other people only see your current situation, while you can see the possibility of who you can become. Because they cannot see your vision, they may not understand your passion. They may question your decisions or tell you to choose the safer path. Sometimes they do this because they care about you, and sometimes they do it because they are limited by their own fears. Either way, their opinions should never become the limits of your future. If you allow every negative voice to control your choices, you will spend your life living according to someone else's expectations instead of your own purpose. There comes a time when you must make a decision. You can continue asking for permission to follow your dreams, or you can decide that your future is too valuable to place in someone else's hands. Waiting for approval keeps people trapped in the same place year after year. They keep postponing their goals because they think they are not ready yet. They wait until they have more experience, more money, more confidence, or more certainty. The problem is that confidence rarely comes before action. Confidence grows because of action. Every small step you take teaches you something new. Every challenge makes you stronger. Every success, no matter how small, proves that you are capable of more than you once believed. Imagine what your life could become if you stopped asking whether other people believe in you and started asking whether you believe in yourself. That simple change in thinking can transform everything. Instead of focusing on rejection, you begin focusing on opportunity. Instead of fearing failure, you begin embracing growth. Instead of comparing yourself with others, you begin competing with the person you were yesterday. This mindset creates freedom because your progress is no longer controlled by the opinions of the people around you. It is controlled by your own commitment to becoming better each day. The journey towards success is never free from criticism. No matter what you choose, there will always be someone who thinks you cannot do it. If you decide to start a business, someone will say it is too risky. If you decide to learn a new skill, someone will tell you that you are too late. If you decide to change your life, someone will remind you of your past mistakes. You cannot silence every critic, but you can choose which voices deserve your attention. Listen to the voice that reminds you of your strength, your courage, and your purpose. Let that voice become louder than every doubt surrounding you. You already have everything you need to begin. You do not need to know every answer before taking the first step. You only need the willingness to learn along the way. Every expert was once a beginner. Every successful person once stood exactly where you are now, wondering if they were good enough. The difference is that they stopped waiting for permission and started moving forward. They accepted that mistakes would happen, but they also understood that every mistake would teach them something valuable. Today can become the turning point in your story. Stop waiting for someone else to recognize your value before you recognize it yourself. Stop waiting for the perfect opportunity, because the opportunity often appears only after you begin. Trust that your dreams were placed in your heart for a reason. Believe that your future is worth fighting for even if no one else understands it yet. The permission you have been waiting for has always been yours to give. The moment you choose yourself, your potential, your purpose, and your future is the moment you begin creating a life that reflects who you truly are and what you are capable of becoming.